Hello and welcome back. Lots more cards. Yeah, I don't know how to do a small storing photo cards, it seems. So we have lots more today and too many to go through to, so let's just get to it. There will be timestamps below. I always forget to say that. So timestamps below if you just want to skip around, and yeah. We'll start in small, and I have done a fair bit of moving around, so a few changes. We'll get to that when we do. All right, let's get it. We'll start off with Xikers. Just a few for them today. I've got a few of album cards. Now, it's the... Yes, I've got these ones here, so I've got Hunter's version of the X version there, and then I've got Jinsik's second X version for that one there. With the rest of the album cards, I think I've got most of them secured. Possibly there's one Hunter that I haven't, but if not, I will secure him. But I've got to wait and see everything that I've got before because I've lost track of my template. It's like I don't know where everything is. So I've got a lot of pubs on the way, and I think that's along with this showcase, and there are a lot of pubs as well coming on the way. But I do have these ones. So these were an Apple Music fan call. So aren't they gorgeous? Oh, love them. They're so adorable. These ones. So I figured I'll put these ones here, and obviously anything I'll readjust when the rest come in if need be. But they're so cute. And then I have these ones, which are some sort of Japanese. I cannot remember what they were. I just know I actually think one of these came with these ones and it got misplaced, so it's like, oops, it should have been stored together, because I remember I got a set and then I had to find the other ones separately. So I think it was Jinsik that got misplaced when I stored his, but now they're back in and together. So, but yeah, that is all I've got for Xikers. We'll move on. Miscellaneous, I think. Small pile here. I've got a couple more solos. So Baekhyun's Essence of Reverie. I got the Kiwi version. And then Ten's Stunner. Absolutely loved the album, and I got to saw him perform live when I was in Korea at Inkigayo, so I was like, oh, had to get the album. So I did buy snack pack version and some of his cards. So let's go here behind Baekhyun's Hello World. For Baekhyun, so far I've just got one of his platform versions, so that was the set of 8 concept photos, and it came with one selfie, and I got this one with him in the cowboy hat, so I love that one. I do have some photo book copies of his on the way, so I'm going to have more. So I'm going to put this one on this page here, and then I'll leave the other spaces blank, and I'll just put all the 8 concept cards on this one, because they are concept and they get, it's like, I love concept photos. These are great. These ones, not my favorite. Like that one's lovely, but then he's got really, really far away, and this one here you can barely see. It looks like a white spot. And this one's a really dark picture of him. Looks like he's driving, but yeah. So yeah, love concepts, but would have been nice if they were a bit more like this, all of them, instead. Because yeah, I just don't like these two. They're very dark and very hard to see. So that's all good. But then next we've got Ten's Stunner. I got the snack pack, and I found a really good set. It came with the 3 selfies from that. Oh, that's right, yes. I bought another set that had a cat photo because I love his cat photos. So, yes, I think and it also came with a pob as well. And I think the other set also came with this pob. So this was a very popular pob, apparently. So I'm going to put the benefit there, and then let's just pop these ones in, and then when I get some more I can rearrange if necessary. But there's those ones there. And then yes, I've got the 6 concept photos. So how do I want to do these? Sort of want to, oops, falling out of the sleeve. That one. So we'll just put these in, and I do have some more coming, so these will probably be rearranged at a later time as we get more. But yeah, I've got some of his first solo, because I did really love that, so I went on Yeonjun and found a copy of it with a couple of his cards. So I think I've got the same cat for both versions. It's like, there we go, I'll collect one of his cats. But that is all we have for miscellaneous today. Not too much. Start off with 17 next. Got a fairly big stack with adding S-Coups and Hoshi to earlier eras. Plus we've got a fair bit from Happy Birthday for Woozi, and a couple more for Beam. So first off, we've got 17ers right here. Okay, so for 17ers right here, I do have S-Coups set. So get these 2. So the We Are Here version and the I Hear You version. I have to say it like that every time because otherwise it's like, no, I can't remember. And then I've also got one of their Dear versions, each for both of them, to fill up this spot here. Just made the most sense with their album cards with that. So that's beautiful, fills out a page lovely. Nice. And then with the carrot versions, I just picked my 3 favorites. So I've got all of Hoshi and S-Coups for these ones as well. So I did one of the close-ups with an object, S-Coups having the food, so you know that was the best I wanted for him. And then further away with an object, good thing Hoshi's in the middle because that one was, all of them were a little bit darker for that one now. And I did love this one here. And then further away with the prism light, I chose one for each of them there because I just loved these 3 for Woozi. So I was like, okay, I need to get others that match. But yeah. Now for Spill the Fields, I've got Hoshi's blue. So I've got Hoshi's Feel Blue version here. And then S-Coups Feel New version there. Don't have the S-Coups New sorry, Feel You version yet. But they said I have had both of them. And the way Stella feels, wasn't liking the look of it. So, and there's only 2. So I'm going to see about getting the rest and collect all the album, the photo book cards for these 3. So I was like, I know S Coops is on the way because it came in the set. It was best I could, I found a really good set that had both of his. So now I just need to find these other 5. See how we go. I think I've got a couple of them on the way. Not sure. I'll have to double check that. But I do have the carrot versions. So with this one here, I did decide to go with 3 of their carrot versions. And then my favourite 3 from. So we'll just get rid of these. And in these ones go. So because I was, 3 out of the 4, I've just chosen my favourites for them. I know Hershey had 2 that were very weirdly angled, so I just chose one of those ones. I was like, they're adorable, but they are very obscure view. And so, love it. So, yes, I got that up the right way. Yeah, and then for carrot, I just chose 3 for this one. So let's get rid of these. So looking through the door view. I love how she's. And then holding that one there. And then more presents and more flowers for her. S Coops, like, I'm just going to have boxes. So, but yeah, I just love those ones. And there was a lot more. I could choose a lot more, but I've got all of the others. So this is what I've done with the actual carrot folders. I've just basically stored all the rest of them in here. I think Hoshi's, I actually had a complete full set, so his is a lot fuller. Whereas the other Hoshi and Scoops, I've just got the remaining cards. But they're all in there, and that's what I've done with, that's what I'm doing with all the rest of their carrot versions. It's just going to store them in there, and that's just sitting on with the albums. Now, next up, we've got some more Woozi for Beam. Now, I do need to check. I think one of these is a duplicate because it, Weaver. So let me just, these ones are on the way finally. No, that's, oh, that's all right. I had already checked. Yes. I thought I've gone ahead and set up my binders for once. So I figured I'll put this one here because it's very much in the center there. And then these 3 I'm going to put up the top here. So I'm not sure what stores these are all for, but I know this is a lucky draw. It's gorgeous, that one. I love that one. Had to search high and low for that. And then this one here. So there we go. We've got space for 2 more. I keep looking out because there's another one, a couple in the pink, and then there's a couple where he's wearing green. I would love to get one each of those, but they're on the pricier size and you don't see them very often, so keeping my eye out for that. But I did, they'd had a warning concert, and I did actually was able to secure the A and B photo sets for Woozi, so that'll be some more that we'll be able to add to after this section for Beam. I'm on the lookout for his carrot PCs from that as well, because they're cute, and it's got when he's shaved his head and he had pink hair and he like coloured it pink, so it's like, ooh, nice. The rest we've got Happy Birthday, so Woozi's carrot version came in, and then set had a couple more. So, all right, had to orientate myself to find out which ones I had. So this one here is the myself version, and then two of his birthday versions. I might put that one there, so I'll put this one here. Peace sign in front, and that's just the peace sign to the front. The only reason because it's differentiates it with that one. So there we go for that. And then this one is a H&V pod, which goes exactly the same concept as the kit PCs. So that can go either side of that one. So yes, yeah, this set did have this Daredevil version. But yeah, that one. How's that? He loves the piece and the and the finger hearts, so I will separate the peace signs. And it matches up with scoops as well. So there we go. Nice. So yeah, just missing that Hoshi one because the set only had I thought it had 3, but it had 2 of that one. So yeah. Yes, I've got just chosen the 6. I think they go best. We'll see. Can always. Yeah, yeah, that was the only one that the colouring is a little bit different, but that's all good. And then these final 3. But there we go. Still loving all the solos. I like S-Coops. His is good. And Dinos. Really enjoying Dinos as well. But that is all we have for 17 at the moment. So this folder is so full. First big change for today. ZB1, I have moved them into just a standard A4 binder. Yeah, I was onto my 3rd of the extra wide A5, and yeah, it's this way they'll be in one binder, hopefully. But we will see. It did mean that there were a couple of empty spots. So, you know, that just meant I got to go and shop for more, you know, pop sets. But I've also done it all album cards, and then non-album is at the back. But yeah, so today I've just got some Cinema Paradise. So yes, present. I've got. It's like there was one spot left, and so okay, now let me see. So yes, I have filled a lot of those up. Now. So yes, I do have the Hyde version for Ricky. And then I've got Digipack, I think it is. No, possibly. No, the Digipack's for the Doctor and the, I don't know. Got that version for him. Zeros. And then I've got the keycap versions. Yay. I was happy. I still haven't seen any of their hand cards, so it's like, no, I'm not going to worry about the hand cards for those. But and then I do have Jiwoong's Doctor PC from the Digipack. That one there. And then the other Digipack PCs for both Jiwoong and Matthew. If I can get them out. So there's this gorgeous one with his elephant and squishy face Matthew. So I've also single sleeved. So I'm checking to see if I want to do just sleeve or if I want to continue to double sleeve. I'm sort of leaning towards single sleeving for a lot of my groups. So I may go back and just change these to being single sleeved. See, I'm just sitting with it for a little while because not sure. But yeah, so this way here I've got the 9 sets, OT9 sets in order now. So for these ones, I do have the Band-Aids as well because there's cards came with those. I think this is the only card I don't have on the way. The message card for Ricky, I haven't been able to find it by itself. It's you either find it with a full set and it's like that's the only card and you didn't have that set before. And Poker Market do not have these sort of things. So it's like there's that one. So still on the lookout. It's always one of Ricky's that I tend to be missing sometimes. All right. This is because of changing an extra empty space. But is it? Oh, actually, no, that's right. This actually worked out because this is I've already set up for their next album that's due out in September 1. So no, I've got 2 more pop sets, and so technically I could be finished. So I figured I put this Apple Music. I'll put this one here so it goes with that one. And then so this one here, which is absolutely gorgeous, I think I'll put here. That'll look really nice. So looking through their hand hearts. Nice. They're all gorgeous. Love them. Yes, yes. Different hand heart from Jiwoong there. Yeah, and then I'll put these ones here. There we go. And they're adorable. And so technically I can finish up Blue Paradise here if I want, or if I want to later on go hunting for more pops, I just have to get 3 sets. But yeah, I do love the backs of these ones. They're gorgeous. Almost makes me want to swap these ones out because they're so plain compared to having 3 different versions of that back. But no. All right, next really big change is I've also put Yeji in an A5. I've got her in with Jonhoney from Twice, so this will now be my girls binder. But for this first page, I do have her Itzy card. So this is their debut album. I think it's some sort of pop or something like that because it didn't actually come with. I'm not 100% sure. I saw it. I found it. It's like, oh, that's on a template, and it's the very, very first card on her template. So, yay, let me grab that one. And it did come with this It's Icy set. It also had a duplicate of this one because it was a full set. So it's like, oh, wow, okay, great. How am I going to do these? So I'm just going to continue on with that one. Actually, no, I'm going to move this one here. So the 2 ones where she's in orange can be in the middle. There, and then these ones here. Now I believe there is one more from It's Me before we move on, and I've semi set up, just, you know, space, but yeah. Now I've got a couple more for air. So, with air, I did have to rearrange it all, so here are album PCs. Rearranged it a little bit, so I think that's the last of, yeah, that's the last of her album PCs. And then here is the Oxygen version, and I've got this one. Had to buy basically a set that had the whole album for this one last PC, but it also came with a pre-order benefit. I'm not sure what store. I think I checked and I don't have this one. And because these ones I believe are on the way, and then yes, so with the platforms, I did her 2 selfies and then the concepts. 2 selfies and then all the concepts. And I'm hoping I got the sets right. And then here are all the extra album inclusions. Because I've moved it into this and I'm not limited by the slim pages, I've also got the other sticker that was in the album that didn't fit in the other binder, so I'll put that there. I think there's another sticker that I meant to sleeve and prepare for that from the Oxygen version. Not sure what I did with that one, but that's all good. Next time. And then, yeah, POBs, pre-order benefits. And, oh yeah, moving it, I did have some extra room. So it's a case of, well, we'll put this one here. And there are some beautiful sets. So I can definitely find 5 more cards for Miss Yeji. That is all good. So, and yeah, and I just put the concept ones from the initial pre-order benefits that I got in the middle there. And then we have Girls Will Be Girls. Go I was in for these 4 POBs, came in and fairly quickly, and these are the only ones that I managed to get. Now, this is the photo book selfie, I believe. For that one. And I think this is the folder version. If it's not, I'll fix it. I played eye for that one there. Now, where did I put the units? The black cassette is the only ones I have not been able to find, along with the folder or binder special. You know, with the silvery border. That one's going to be hard. I have not been able to find that one. I'm not sure where the unit, I was putting the unit, so for the time being, I'm going to put it here. And for the moment, I'm just going to put all of the pre-order benefits that I have on this page. There's this one here. Reevaluate. I know I've got some more POBs. I jumped on the special versions because I was so scared, because you know, for all past errors, I haven't been able to get them. And I overpaid for them because this time, for the first time, they put multiple cards in the album, and it was a lot easier this time without me realizing, and so I probably overpaid for them all. But I have all of the special versions secured for her as long as they all arrive. But yes, and I do have a couple more POBs. So I'm hoping just to fill this page, if I've planned it right and kept track of everything right, but we'll see. So yes, now we can skip past and go to Twice for Jeongyeon. So for Jeongyeon today, got a fair stack. The sets that I found for What Is Love and Eyes Wide Open came in, as well as Formula of Love. So 3 albums almost, possibly the pre-orders will be the, if missing, though I think, but anyway. So yes, the concept here. Oh, the scratch card, that's right. I was like, why is that one? Yeah, scratch card. Didn't come in the set, but I have located it now and tried purchasing it. Took a couple of goes, but it finally went through at least, so now it's just waiting on delivery. Yes! Whew, I think I have these all in order. Let me just double check. Yes, these are all in order, so let's get rid of all of these. Okay, so we've got this one here with the gorgeous. I do. She takes fantastic selfies. Muddy handprints. And then here with close up in the tie, and definitely, I love the 2 different lots of hair color. This one here with like what looks like a balloon puppy, but very large. So I'm guessing it's not a balloon. There we go. And this cute one. And then here we go with the E from Love. But there we go. There's that. What Is Love? So the pre-order I'm not 100% sure of, and the scratch card I should have on the way. Yeah, I think I was going through these cards. It's like, okay, what am I actually missing? And so I've made a bit of work on these earlier errors. Yes and yes. Yes or yes. Year of yes. These pre-orders, they cancelled on me 3 times. And it's like, so I'm waiting until they arrive in Australia before I count that I've got those ones. Now, feel special, more and more, and then Eyes Wide Open. So for these ones, for this page, I've got the close up to match the pre-orders. So lovely. That. And then for this page, yeah, I was just missing the one, but I've got the other 4. So like, I'm not sure if I want. I think I just, yeah, I moved these around because initially this one was going to go here, but I felt this one matched this page better. So I moved this one over here. So I've got that one. And this one. Beautiful. And then these last 2. So they are. And yes, I think secured that one. Took me a while to, I think it comes with one other, I'm not sure. But for Formula of Love, so other than the pre-orders, I should have most of them. So yeah, I've got these 3 on this page. So I've got her in the suit, and then her with the, you know, little heart sticker, and then gummy bears with the hat. Beautiful. And then, you know, holding up a little something or other, little formula bottle. There's that one. That. And that. So yeah, I am still missing the IDs and the scratch card and the file version. See how we go on that one. And then last couple is for strategy. So I do have the pre-orders. There we go. And there. Lovely. Yeah, I found a very cheap set with the pre-orders and the Nemo concepts. And I also got the highlight selfie version. So it's like, there we go. Pop those in there. And then, yes, this one here. Beautiful. Love it. And I have not found her polar, so I think I decided to just not worry about it. And then I've set up for, this is for, love the album as well. I think I'm in agreement with everyone that this is for, the title track was way too short, but, you know, all good. It's 2 pages, and I think some of the sets had some extras, but yeah, I've got a good start on that one. I found the confetti version though, so I was like, yes, I want that. And it wasn't too badly priced. Okay, for Enhypen, I've got a couple of earlier errors. Manifesto. I did just have these other benefits to help fill out this page. So I've got that one there and this one here. So there's that one. Still looking for one more, but then I've got, yeah, I haven't been able to find any for Dark Blood. And then Romance Untold. I've got this one here for this version. So lucky draw from somewhere, can't remember. I pop that one there. Nice, because I do love that. Just looks amazing. Oh, and then this one here. So I moved the Shopee one up there because when I got this one, it's like, oh, okay, yep. I wanted these two here. I now just have to look. So I am looking, I think, for one more, and I want to try and find it either in this jean jacket or this white shirt so that I can split them up as well. We'll see how we go with that. And then I did actually get the other group card for the Weverse set, so that, because this is how I would love all the Weverse pages to look. So group cards and the whole member set, because I just think that looks stunning. So I was able to do it with, I think I saw it for Dark Blood, so yeah, that's what I want to do. So done that. And the same with Daydream. So I think that's, yeah. So now for Desire Unleashed, I did get this Make set in, and then I've also got the engine set in. So the set came with both his album PCs. Actually, I might put this one first because you got the suit and then the glove, and then it came with this pre-order. I think Weavers, I'm not 100% sure. I mean, since how it matches this one, just like to split them up a bit. There we go. So that's the gorgeous. So I've got, yeah, Make You My with a pob on the end. Not sure if I've, pretty sure, oh yeah, I've got, waiting on these ones. I'm not sure if I've got matching pops for them each yet though. We'll see. And then for the engine, so I've got the character card there. So I figured I'd put that one there. And then A and B engine version. I'm going to put the horizontal one in the middle, and then this one here. And then I've also got the sticker because it's gorgeous. And I had an empty spot. And I think the Weavers B matches this one. So I think I've just found the keychain version for, you know, under 50 bucks. So we'll see if that one goes through. But yeah, most of the others should be on the way. Fingers crossed. And for the Weaver set, as far as I can tell, there's only the one group card. So I'm not sure if I'm going to just get a duplicate of it, or there's a couple of pre-order benefits that also have a group card. But two of them are very red or very black. So I'm not sure. I'm thinking I might just get a duplicate of the group card that comes in the set to put here. Yes. So that's it for Sunoo from Enhypen. Now, next I have taken Antine out of this file. They were just growing too big. And yeah, this folder was not going to close at all, even after just putting those ones in. In fact, it wasn't even closing after the last storing properly. It was very full. So they've got their own binder. So next up we do have Riize. And just a little bit. So with the SM Town release, they did only have, yeah, these ones were from, you know, the box set that had them all, and then these were trading cards. And so I came across these and I liked them. So basically they are the Hug, which is the song that they did on this album, trading card sets. So there was 2 selfies and 2 concept cards, and then also units that you could collect. So what I've decided is the 2 selfies and 1 of their concept PCs. So far, just got these 5. This one came in a brilliant set. That was the set. These ones came in with this one and the both of his concepts. So, and I was able to find his other selfie on Poker Market for a good price. And Sohee found a set and it had all 4 of his. So that's how good. I don't need the, so that one is on the way as well. I just don't need the second concept one, so that's not a problem. I'll, you know, try sell, give it away as a freebie, who knows. I've got so many spares. and duplicates that, you know, I have trouble getting rid of anyway, so we'll see how it goes. But yes, so that's just another page. Instead of POBs and very expensive album cards for the other SM Town Live versions that don't even want to try and get, it's like, no, all good. I'll do this page instead. So it's all good. I just love them all. He's adorable. And, you know, then we come to Odyssey. I do have a few. So I've got the photo book versions for Shotaro and Sohee. Slowly but surely I am getting all of these. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Trying not to worry too much. I mean, I get all of it secondhand through Macari, so, and you just got to take your time. It's a hard lesson to learn, you do. But yeah, now for the Sunlove version, I've got Sohee on the way here. Yes, and then I've got Wonbin's S Mini, which randomly popped up at a good price one day, and I was like, yes, grab it. And then Sohee's Mega S Mini. So I decided these ones here, I'm going to put the coffee ones in the middle because they've got the bright yellow backs, and then the other ones are the message backs in black, just slightly different to the mini. So yes, that's it for that one. I think the Japan had a jewel case exclusive, and they are slowly but surely showing up. So I think I've managed to get one set. See how we go before I commit. Now, speaking of Anteam, this is why we had to split up the binders, because this is already, you know, a 2-inch binder, something like that, lines of that, and it's already half full, and this is just today's lot. So, and even as I say this, just yesterday I bought Loon Mare sets for my top 3. So it's like, yeah, so Anteam is sort of, they're just also adorable, and I do love their music. So moving on, let's proceed with storing Anteam, shall we? So I do have K's Limited B from Howling, First Howling Me. So yay. I did have to go through and organise these ones here. So I've got Maki's first solo jacket PC, because yes, I've sort of bought in bulk, and so there are so many cards and there are so many versions that I get lost. But yes, I do have last 2 for the solo, 2 jackets here. So these concept ones for Maki and K. There we go. And then I also have the 4th solo for K. I think I've got these 2. Not sure about these ones, but Howling Me, Howling, some of these earlier ones, a little difficult. But for Howling We, for the standard version, I'm finishing this OT9 set. So I've got K's. there, and Taki's there. Yay! Look at them all. And with those came these 3 cards as well for well, no, for K. Maki came. These are in a different set. I was like, I just put 2 away. Different member I put away. Like, Taki and Maki, mate. Why did I have to stand 2 of the members that had names so similar? So, yes, we've got the limited A for K and Maki. I think this set for Maki also had his standard, but I'd already had it. And then the limited B. And then their IDs. And I'm looking at it and it's like, I might switch those around to BS. And then for, yeah, the Japan Weverse, no, I don't have those. And then I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with this page, because these guys are fairly hard to, and then I've also got this Maki that is, you know, Hallingwee. So I'm just going to pop him here. I'm not sure. I'm going to see if I can try, but find the others. But I'm not sure what I'm doing with this page. So we'll pop him there for now. We'll see what happens. That's where I get into trouble with our team. It's like, oh, I'll just pop. I get extras because you buy sets, and the sets don't always match up. And so you end up with extras for one member. That's all good. Now for Howling Now. Limiteds, I think I've got secured, fingers crossed. These are 3 different versions that I have never once seen for any of them. There's like the Weverse Japan and the UMS. Haven't seen them, so I've sort of, no, not going to happen. And because I was having so much trouble with the limited versions, I've found sets for trading cards. And so, and it's like, oh wow, look, very same concepts. And so I was like, I'm just going to get sets. And I was actually able to find member sets with all 3 cards. So they had, it's like this one, and then this concept there. And that was a set. And I actually managed to find the sets for all of them. So, all 3. So it's like, let's just do those. And then, because I was kept looking, I've started to find the limiteds. A couple of them on Poker Markets, a couple of them on Wakari. But yeah, we'll see. Eventually I'll get there. I will always get there. I don't seem to be able to give up. So yes, we'll pop these ones away. And these are thick cards as well. It's like, yep, they're trading cards that aren't going to go anywhere. Put you in the right spot. There we go. So I've got a full page of... And the hilarious thing is, these are very similar to the limited concepts. It's like, yeah, especially this one. I almost found his limited or his Weverse Japan one on Instagram, and I was like, the post had only been up for an hour, and I messaged her straight away. It's like it's pending. I'll let you know if it becomes available. I was like, darn it, because I think the one it's like, you know, $30 odd on Poker Market, and this was for $6, and that's US dollars, and on Instagram it was for $6 Australian dollars. And it's like, Maki, my boy, you're so hard to collect. But anyway, moving on. Sumnidal. I've got for the standards, so this was a set I thought I had secured an OT9 set for. And I was like, oh, well, you know, and I'd already had K's and Maki's coming in sets. I was like, well, I'll just have duplicates of my top 3. That's not a problem. When I went back to see, like, because it was a case of last couple of storing videos, I've been saying, yeah, I've got it. I went back and checked, and no, I didn't. I had ordered it, but it had cancelled on Macari, and I, at the time, I thought, oh, well, it was a pub set. It's all good. Wasn't meant to be. So I've since gone and got them all on Poker Market, so they'll be here whenever I get my next Poker Market order. Got a few cards, and it's not like, because the free shipping is over, so it's a case of when I've got stuff at my KID, I'll just send a box or two to there, because it's only, you know, although shipping's now only $10, I think, at the moment. They're doing stuff. I know they're trying to make it so that we still keep using them, but we'll see. All good. At least they've gotten rid of most of the fees, so that is always a bonus. It does make it Poker Market a little bit easier to use. But I did with Maki's. I've got these 3. Yes. It's like, did I just mess up the order that I was supposed to put them in? But no. Yeah. One. And then this playing card one. Yay! Nice. And yeah, I did decide on doing this set. I just couldn't resist. It was like, no, it's going to make the big heart. Love it. So got those ones at Poker Market as well. I tried to find the other members, like a set for this one, and I just couldn't. They weren't. And all the other members were with a whole heap of other cards. And it's like, I'm not doing OT9 for all of their album cards. Yet. Okay, so now let me just double check. Yes, all the backs for these ones are all slightly different, but I do have this last K for this version there, and then OT9. And then this K for here, that's the Reverse Shop Japan. And then Polars. I got K's in a set. I was like, oh, I was just going to put it with the extra cards. And I was looking for something else, and I came across an OT9 set of the Polaroids, and it was like, you know, $15. So I love it. So yes, if it eventually gets here, this will also be filled. So yay! Now this autumn box, 15 Nights, Jeongyeon. I've got Taki's. Have not been able to find K set on Macari at all. And so I'm trying to work out, do I bite the bullet and get them on Poker Market? Because that'll be about $30 US for the 3, which I don't. Or do I keep waiting and trying? But I've been searching for a couple of months now, and the sets on Macari have not changed at all. So I'm sort of getting to the stage where it's like, do I bite the bullet? But yeah, we will see how we go with that one. But yeah, still keep looking all the time. Now, Yakikari, I've got a K set. So yay, I've got these three. The is limited. Nice. And then his solos. So the one he's holding snow and then holding the moon. I had a closer look and it's like they're glow up versions of the moon. And it's like, of course it is. Hello, listen to the song, watch the video. But yes. Now these ones. See, I was holding this one, had this one. It's like, I'm not sure. I might try and get OT9. Well, when I was looking for the rest of the members, I found this case set, and it came with these two. I was like, oh yay, it's the other one. And it's like, but that's a different version. So yeah, it turns out they're like UMS, like Universal and HMV Lucky Draws sets. Very, very similar. And like this is a fluffy one and this is like a little, they are different hoodies, but they are both hoodies. And a lot of the sets, you will find them, these two sold together. And it's like, oh, okay. So yeah, same with, no, actually I think these are two different sets, but I found both of Taki's in a set. I was like, thank you. So I'm going to collect, so I'm collecting my top three for these both sets. And so it just looks adorable with the plushy wolves. Isn't it adorable? It's going to, you know, it's going to look amazing. But moving on. Going blind. This, yeah, I'm pretty much doing OT9 with the exception of these, sorry, with this page, these versions, like the units and these concept ones, which I absolutely love. I'm pretty much OT9. I haven't completed this limited set, but I'm stalking for the other 6 members. So we'll leaving it blank as is because I haven't committed. I might just, you know, there's plenty of other POBs sets. So I may just decide to do 2 POB sets instead from the top 3, but we will see. But I did get the K and Maki units. So we'll put this one for K because he's in the front there, and then Maki and K here because Maki's in the front. So yay! Isn't it gorgeous? Yes. There we go. Love it. And I had this Maki spare, part of a set. And yeah, I did get the whole set. Just had to check that was the triple check that it was the right one. But yeah, so I've got all of these. So we'll just put all of the boys away. So I've got Yeji. I always say EJ, but I've hearing it, they call him Iju. So I've been saying his name wrong. My apologies. And Fuma, Kay, Nicholas, Yuma, Joe, Haru, messed up his name, I'm sorry, Baba. And then Taki, and it's like, nice! He's so gorgeous. They're all so gorgeous. Love it. And it being, you know, winter here in Australia, it's like nice and cozy. They look so nice and cozy. Yeah, and then extras page. I have just a few. Most of them are going blind. and these are not. So it's funny, most of them are actually Maki and a few Takis. Alright, what I might do is put these group stickers that came in some albums up the top. There we go. And then this is some sort of trading card for membership, I think, or not sure, but an early one for K. So I'm going to put him here. And add another page. And we're just going to put these all in, all willy-nilly. Let's put Taki's 2 here. And then, like, these ones here, they look so similar to his album cards that at first it's like, oh, but no, they're actually different to the ones I've already got. Yeah, this one's got a hollow. They're both actually got a sparkle hollow to them. So I think I've got one of those sets on the way, possibly. But yeah, we'll see. I'm just putting all the extras here. If I get OT, then OT9 for those sets, then I do. But if I don't, I won't. But yeah, all good. But anti-done for today. So many fillers. Stray Kids. Hello. So yeah, Japanese comeback hollow, absolutely amazing. Love it. Yeah, they just really don't miss. All right, past giant. So, I don't think I've got everything here, but we'll see how we go. Let me just, basically, I'm just going to take everything out because it's not, and I'll just put cards back. Now, I've got both of his IDs, so I know I wanted to put those here. There we go. And then I do have album cards mixed in with, you know, that's HMV, Tower Records, that one. Is, yeah, I know the double-sided ones are the fan. Oh, look at that. Love you. Yes. So, and then this one and the flowers sort of thing. But yeah, I've got, get my words out. Hello. So I'm pretty much looking at doing it in via concept. So that one. And yeah, that's a pop as well. And I'm doing OT8 of these Skazoo ones because, hello, look, their Skazoos have selfies on the back. That is so gorgeous. I'm almost tempted to store them this way and so but yes, the set I bought was only missing Changbin, so he is on the way. But like, I was seeing the OT8 sets for about 120, and this set was only 70. So I was like, you know what? I can find Changbin by himself. That is all good. And I got him and a couple of these extra PCs that I'll store on his, in an extras section. And it was like, you know, under $10. So it was like, love you, Changbin, please. I, you know, if I wasn't a crazy cat lady who was also sarcastic, like, and very, you know, I just resonate with Lino so much that I lean towards him. But there are times, especially lately, it's like, can I just swap all the Linos for Changbins, please? Because he's so much easier to collect. Having said that, he's not always easier to find. Honestly, Changbin's cards can be some of the hardest to find at time. But when you do find his extras and they are normally a good set for him at a good price. And it's like, and he's always easy to claim in goes. Don't get it. He's gorgeous. He's the biggest baby girl there is. Plus he's so muscular. It's like, you know, he's just adorable and I love him. And it's like, basically, if I could collect OT8, I would collect OT8. Oh, so badly. All right, I think what I'll do, I know that's the limited press one, so I think I'll just put this concept up here, and I'll put the double-sided, no, I'll put the double-sided on the, over here, and then drinking a glass of apple juice, I'm sure. And then correspond, yeah. And then this concept we'll do here. Nice. And then I think I'll go very different and put this one here. That looks gorgeous. There we go. Now, at first I thought limited press came in a full OT7 set, but I don't think it does. Either way, I could only find Lino by himself, so I'm not collecting OT7 for the limited press. Instead, I got the regular version. So let me get rid of these fillers. So we'll put the standard set in here. Nice. Changbin, I mean, look at these. He's adorable. Oh. Kiwi Hongjin. Rosy Cheeked Han. Freckly Felix. The blush on this one, mate. And on this Ian. He's just like, yep. Toast he is. And then I think I'll end hollow with the Skazoo set. And I'll put his limited press in the middle, and then these are a couple of extra pre-orders, lucky draws sort of thing, HMB and that. I do have some more. I know I've secured his 4 event day, each day PCs from the Hollow release. So I've got those 4 secured. And then I think I've got at least another 2. I'm hoping just the 2 others. So I'm pretty sure I've filled this page. And then we'll end hollow with this Skazoo set, because how adorable are they all in their little Skazoo onesies and Skazoo hats with the Skazoo set. Oh, I haven't been showing the backs. Look, Bakari's just adorable, and I missed. Bakari, you go down here. Yeah, gorgeous. And then look at Han Kwokka. He's just so, oh my god, yeah. Excuse me. you know, Yeonjun there, and then Jerry right there. It's like, and then Sungmin and Puppy M. My cat's sitting on my lap now. She wants some cuddles. And look, little Ian, little Linny, and Foxy Ian. Yes, so adorable. So there is Hollow. I forgot to bring the fillers, but I made fillers. And yeah, Changbin is on the way. So let me. There we go. Next up for Stray Kids, I've just got a few others. So 5 o'clock fan meet. For the extras page, I actually was able to get the Stay Zone days 1 and 2 for Lino. I'm pretty sure they are, and the sticker that it came with. The I think this one came with the unit. I don't know, but yeah. So there was like day 1 and 2, and I think 3 was, or 1 was units. 1 or 3 was units, and so I wasn't able to get that one, but I did get one of them. This set came with these 3, so it's like, well, there we go. We'll just put leave it in the middle, and then we'll put Lino on either side, and that just leaves one space for one other Lino card in this concept. And I will try to, you know, actually I do have Leave Its Little mini. Do I want to? Yeah, I'm just going to store that there, because I'm not planning on getting OT8 for those, much as I would love to. I just cannot. I've got enough plushies, I've got enough keychains. So I was like, I'm already regretting that I don't have the big stuffed teddies. It's like, but yeah. So look, there's a page full of Lino, so we'll see how we go. Now for Skizhop, I do have his, I want to say KM Station. They take so long. They really, really do. And shoot. Darn. Put that one there. I am, and we'll just move you there. I knew that when I got that one, it's like, oh, I'd forgotten about that one, because it was, you know, I got it this week actually. It jumped the pile of storing. It's like, no, I want to put this away, that one. And it's like, and as soon as I got it, I thought, that one is going to mess it up, but all good. I am sure at some point in time I'll probably make an OT9 out of one of these, because, you know. Oh, while we're here, yes, they're coming back with another one. Finally, I swear. Oh, comeback time. I'm so excited. So yes, you've got there's the Karma version units. Now there's only 3 units. You know, Stayville is, I'm wondering if we're going to get the Ratches again like we did in life. That would be lovely. very good. And then there's a binder set. Very interesting. It's 9 PCs, so I'm hoping it's a group and one of everyone. And then we've got the random for the Karma version. The Karma is the limited version. We've got the standard photo books. So there's the Hooray random and the Ceremony version randoms. We then have the accordion pre-orders and the random. So I think the accordions only have 2 cards this time. Yeah. And then the compact, which seems to be like the letter version from last time where only the pre-orders have a photo card. And then the Skazoo version. Yes. So they all come with a photo card set. Fingers crossed they're either holding their Skazoos or, you know, wearing Skazoo costumes, you know. Or it's the Skazoos again, like the back of the holo set. That would be awesome as well. There's also a pre-order card and a random card. So there are 2 randoms plus the set in the Skazoo. And yes, I have ordered OTA. They're blind boxes, so I'm hoping I get a good variety and that I can trade for the ones. I'm so scared. But yes, I think also there's the 3 vinyls. I don't know if they're going to be available in Australia, but they look like they each have a different group card with them. If that is the case, I might actually try and get, I will try to get one of each version so that I can then add the group cards to the unit cards, you know, see how that goes. But yes, Karma, 22nd of August. Woohoo, can't wait. One last Stray Kids. I have this ordinary Megastar Pob for Linu. So, that one. And it's the first Linu Pob that I have for ordinary. So there we go. We're starting that 9-pocket page because I'm setting myself a limit, but I just saw that one. I loved that one. I was like, I had to, it was on my must-have list. So there we go. But yeah, that's the small amount that I've got for Stray Kids today. Okay, couple of Fever 2 PCs. So diary, I've got this, you know, the diary version. So yay. And then it's a Z. Or A. Oops, where am I going? There we go. This one. Sorry. Mixed up. And then this Yeonjun for Z. There we go. So slowly getting there, but that finishes the set. Yeah. Slowly. Not a lot of luck with the QRs for all of the platforms. I think I've got one Mingy on the way. Yeah, that's problem child, that one. But we do have some very exciting cards for spin-off. Dun, dun, dun. Did I overpay for these? Some of them, yes. But I had a hissy fit one day, and it's like, I'm tired of not having any, like, of finishing this set. They were in every single poker version, and I've only got 3 of them. And it's like, so I went on a hunt. So I got Yeonjun. I mean, look at this. Ah! So adorable. I mean, I totally get why every single 18 wanted to, oh, I'm only collecting one OT8 set, you know, and it's going to be this one. It's like, I get it. I get it. It's adorable. If I was not an OT8 collector, I would also still want to collect OT8 for this set. I mean, look at this Sunny. He's just dimply, winky, smirky, you know. Oh, you know, red-haired or young. It's like, so yes, I absolutely understand it, and I'm so happy. It's like, it's completed. It's, I love it. Love it. He's so adorable. But yes, I did overpay for a few of these cards, but it's complete. Yeah. Now, before we get on to Golden Hour Part 3, we have Young's Target card. The last one. Yeah, the last one of my babies to come home. Ooh. Yes, found one on Depop, but then connected with them on Instagram. So lovely US 18 sold me this for a decent price, and he's now arrived. So there we go. Target is complete. Again, like Golden Hour Part 1, I'm completing it as I'm starting to store the next album. So kind of ironic, really, or poetic, really. But Part 3, oh look, nothing on the you know, because we didn't get a photo book. I think I was going to put, yes, this one is for the credit card stickers, for the first version. That's, you know, only in the US, so I don't have any of them yet. I do have some on the way, but they will be, I won't get those until about the, when Stray Kids come back, actually, the 22nd. I'll get them around then. So I don't even know my pulls yet for the few of those that I've got before I can then start to try and find the other members. Problem that child, that one is. But for the pokers, I just put some blank pages in because didn't do too bad. I've secured some. I think I'm missing about 3 at the moment, but not all of them are here yet. So there's 2 versions of QRs, and so I'm going to use the group QR PC as the filler, because there's also 2 group and PCs, and then I'm matching the outfits. So for these QRs, I got Yeonjun, San, Young, and Jonhoney. I do love the backs, how they're gradient, but yeah. And then for the second QR, got the group PC. And then for this concept QR card, so I've got Yeonjun, Songhwa, You know, Yeosang, San, Mingi, and Young. Just missing Jonghyun, but I've secured him in a trade from the Netherlands. It's like, oh, my first international trade. And then for the image cards, I've got, again, the first concept, so group card. And then for this one, I got Sangwa, Yeonjun, Yeosang, Mingi, and Ouyang, and Jonghoney. Oops, ran the wrong one. Yeah, there we go. So just missing 2 from that set. And then final image set, we've got the other concept. So we've got, sorry, Hongjun, Songhwa, San, Ouyang, and Baby John. So yeah, just tried to match the outfits with the sets. Hopefully I've got it right, because I don't think the template I was following had them in this order. But that's all good. We adjust. It's not like you can tell from the backs. And then we have the selfies. So I just cut up the poker envelope and did fillers for these ones. So, and I believe I have finished. Yeah, I've pretty much finished all of the selfies polars. So nice. So these just going to go all in. And does it irk me a little bit that everyone except Yeosang is in exactly the same outfit and pose for all 3? You know, 2 selfies and polar? Just a little bit. It's sort of like every other member. Going to right. Is exact. I mean, you know, Hongjun's, he winks in one of them. And I've just put that in the wrong page, so let me grab that. There we go. But Yeosang, completely different outfit. So yes, I mean, this is holding up a pass from some event that I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, completely different outfit, you know. Everyone else, exactly the same outfit, exactly the same pose, just a slightly different, you know. Sounds half asleep, more awake with a smirk, you know, and a hand heart. So, and the polars are the same. So, you know. So, yes, it does irk me just a little bit. They could have either all have been doing things differently, or Yeosang taken a few more photos in. I don't understand why KQ decided to do this, because it's not like, you know, did they lose the file where of Yeosang's photos from this photo set? I honestly do not get it. But yeah, so they've had to piece, and the same with In Your Fantasy, it's exactly the same. One of them is from the Entities in Treasure photo set. Like, the same outfit, the same makeup, it's the same photo. So that one is sort of like, interesting choice. we'll put it that way. It's an interesting choice. But that's all right. I mean, he looks adorable. In fact, I would have preferred it if they'd all have done 3 different photos instead of 3 of the same gorgeous Hongjuns and, you know, and Jongho's in slightly different poses. It's kind of weird how they did that, but that's all good. Now, a couple of pop sets, because I did, you know, do my usual. So I ordered the pocas from Tok Tok, because last era they had sold out really quickly, and the era and Golden Hour Part 1 and 2, Tok Tok sold out really quickly of a lot. So I was like, I'm not taking any chances. So I ordered myself OT8 for both of them. And so we've got a couple of OT8 sets. I'm not worried about the QRs and images because I've still got plenty of inclusions on the way. Should be coming in the next week or so from my GOM, with all of, you know, Yeosang's pre-order benefits for Lemon Drop. Beautiful. So I will definitely finish those. I've got so many of the selfies and polars. It's not funny. I think everyone does. And then the second Tok Tok set came with these yummy looking donuts. So that, so beautiful. It's like they're squishy toys of some sort, but yeah, they look yummy if they'd been real. And then with one of those, you did get units, and these are adorable. I'm thinking I'm going to have to put all of my units in one place. Maybe, I don't know. It says how I'm not using A5s. I might actually move all units to an A5, and I don't know. Units are so hard because 8 members, while not ideal on a 9 pocket, it works. 4 PCs on a 9 pocket doesn't really work, you know, but problem for another day, I'm sure. And then the third OT set I've got is this cute, adorable set from Hello Live, because, you know, they are just so adorable. These ones, I do actually have Yeosang coming. But, you know, I'd claimed Yeosang, and then Mutual on Instagram was doing a personal attempt, and it's like, and so she was doing, you know, she reduced the cost. She was doing part of it, and it's like, yeah, I'll help you out. I'll get an OT8 set, please. Thank you. I love the set. Yeah, so I got this, and it's so adorable. I mean, I'm glad. I wanted OT of this set anyway, so it would have been a matter of me hunting them down individually and paying a lot more for them later on, or getting an OT8 set from Makari after the fact, if it had been a decent price, which I think this one is actually, because it was, you know, one of the few fan calls. They didn't actually do a lot of fan calls for Lemon Drop because there was not a lot of time before In Your Fantasy was announced, released, and they started a whole new tour. So there wasn't, so the few that were mass amounts, but yes, there we go. Got that one. And then, yeah, for the time being, I will just pop the units in here. Nice. So, there we go. There's my 4 boys. And then, yes, in your fantasy. So these ones would possibly be for the stickers again. I only have a couple, although this is the photo book, so I do have a couple more on the way. But again, not until Stray Kids Comeback Day is earliest I'll get these ones. Pocas for In Your Fantasy, I am worried about. They did not do a single pre-order at all. There was one fan call, or not even fan call, photo card event with Makestar after the release, and it sold out like so fast. I couldn't even get OT8 because a friend of mine was hosting for us. Like, okay, yep, no, that's fine. I'll grab Yeosang, and it had units, so it's like, oh well, let me grab Songhwa as well, so that I can get the Yeosang Songhwa unit PC. And then bang, it sold out, and she had actually secured a set before she even, it's like, okay, I've secured this set, who wants to join my go? So then, because she only collects and Young, so she just wanted these 2 that she wanted to do. So she did an OT8 set. Great. She had already secured it. I grabbed Yeosang and Songhwa. She put a go up, and she had interest in a second set, so she secured that second set and was filling it up, and they sold out. And it's like, oh my god. And I messaged her as soon as I found her. I was like, do not open any more spots. It's sold out. And they have not done a singular thing with In Your Fantasy. They've sold out of the pocas. Are they making more? Who knows? No one can confirm anything. It doesn't look like that. So these ones, for the pocas, I'm worried. Very worried. I'm also finished storing photo cards, which I didn't realise. So, this will pay part of my outro, but thank you. But yeah, so In Your Fantasy pocas are going to be an issue. It's like they did one pre-order benefit, and that was a Makestar one. Even the lucky draws for the American concerts at the moment that through Makestar that everyone's going ballistic over, because they're only in person. There's such a limited amount. They appear to be with the Lemon Drop pocas, not In Your Fantasy. So on the In Your Fantasy tour, they are doing lucky draws with the Lemon Drop pocas. I was like, make that make sense. But whatever. So yeah, that's going to be a fun job, because technically I need 16 to complete the 2 poker version sets. I have 2. So it's like, okay, this might be the time when I just collect Yeosang, and fingers crossed, KQ actually are working on producing more of the In Your Fantasy pokers, and they start to do events. Please, when was the last time that Ateez didn't do multiple fan calls, even while they were on tour for their album release? This is like uncharted territory. Don't know what to do with myself. It's like, but yeah, so like I just stored 3 OT8 sets of non-album cards for Lemon Drop pokers. There is only 1 set so far that you could have possibly have gotten for In Your Fantasy, and I've only claimed Yeosang. Although I think I've got Jonhoney. I ended up because my Korean gom is like, she had to cancel because they sold out. She had like, had filled up minimum of 20 sets sort of thing. And it's like, so I've already claimed Yeosang, and Hongjun is still available because she's a Mutts collector. It's like, did you want me to claim Mutts for you? And she says, oh my God, can you please? Yes, please. I was like, yeah, no worries. And she said, who else have they got available? And it's like, oh, she had a second, she had San available and Jonhoney. And it's like, yeah, can I get like, San and, because she wanted the 2 units with Hongjun and Songhwa in them as well. It's like, well, yeah, I'd already gotten Songhwa's to go with Yeosang. And to be honest, the units, I'm not that fussed on them. So I was like, yeah, no, that's fine. So I've got 6 in 6 of the Make Star set, but 2 of them, 4 of them are for my gom who's in Korea, who couldn't get that set. I was like, wow, that's just crazy. So yeah, I was like, so at least I've got the one Yeosang pre-order, pod that is within your fantasy, and I am sure give it a couple more weeks / month, they will have, fingers crossed, have restocked, and they will start doing fan calls and whatnot. It was just a whole debacle. Let's just face it. They just really, this whole comeback, it's like top tier music, basement level organization with their company. It's like, what were you doing? I no idea. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. But I've been filming for way too long, so we will see how long I can cut this down to. I will cut time. But yes, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, night, week, and I'll catch you in the next one.